Ukraine, a nation already caught in the throes of war and geopolitics, is now at the center of a high-stakes battle over its vast mineral wealth. The latest chapter in this struggle involves an offer from the Trump administration, one that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has firmly rejected. The United States proposed military aid in exchange for 50% ownership of Ukraine's lucrative mineral deposits, including graphite, lithium, and uranium. Zelenskyy turned down the deal, stating that it served US interests without offering concrete security guarantees.
It's not in our interests today, not in interests of sovereign Ukraine.
The proposal was delivered by US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, marking the first official visit from the Trump administration to Kyiv. While the White House described Zelenskyy's decision as short-sighted, European diplomats criticized the deal as neocolonial, comparing it to historic Western exploitation of resource-rich nations. Washington's request extended beyond minerals to include potential stakes in Ukraine's oil and gas reserves, raising concerns about economic sovereignty. Ukraine's mineral wealth is no small asset. The country sits atop some of the largest critical mineral reserves in Europe with 109 major deposits, including vast amounts of titanium, lithium, and uranium. A 2022 Mineral Reserve Report noted that Ukraine contains 20,000 identified mineral deposits, 8,700 of which are commercially viable. It holds 117 of the 120 most used industrial minerals globally, making it a strategic powerhouse for raw materials essential to defense, energy, and high-tech industries. However, many of these deposits are located in Russian-occupied territories or along the war's front lines, complicating their extraction and economic viability. The global demand for these minerals is skyrocketing. Lithium, crucial for electric vehicle batteries, has seen prices surge in recent years, while titanium is indispensable for aerospace manufacturing and military technology. Uranium, critical for nuclear energy and weapons programs, further underscores Ukraine's strategic importance. These resources are pivotal for countries seeking to reduce reliance on China and Russia, which currently dominate supply chains for critical minerals. The European Union and the United States have both sought alternative sources to avoid dependence on authoritarian regimes. The US proposal also comes against the backdrop of a long and complex history of American involvement in Ukraine's energy sector. In 2017, under the Trump administration, Ukraine was pushed to replace its Russian coal supplies with Pennsylvania coal, a move that benefited American producers while ensuring energy stability for Ukraine. That same year, Ukraine secured lethal military aid, including Javelin missiles, after extensive negotiations. Some analysts argue that Trump's new mineral proposal mirrors this transactional approach, aid in exchange for economic leverage. Security remains a crucial sticking point. Ukrainian officials recall how, after giving up its inherited Soviet nuclear arsenal under the 1994 Budapest Memorandum, the country received security assurances from the US and the UK, which many Ukrainians now view as hollow commitments. In the wake of Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022, Kyiv has been wary of agreements that lack binding security guarantees. Beyond geopolitics, Ukraine's business climate presents additional hurdles. The country has long struggled with corruption, complex regulations, and oligarchic control over key industries, making foreign investments in its mineral sector both risky and unpredictable. The risk of a renewed Russian invasion following a ceasefire further complicates any long-term extraction projects. With the US pushing for a resource-for-it deal, Ukraine finds itself in an impossible position. Accepting could mean securing military assistance at the cost of economic sovereignty, while rejecting it risks losing vital support against Russian aggression. As the war drags on and global competition for critical minerals intensifies, the battle over Ukraine's underground wealth may prove just as consequential as the fight for its borders.